Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, you are always welcome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, share this video and also like it. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how to make these delicious cinnamon rolls. I tell you, they are so delicious. If you want to know how we make them, stay tuned. All the ingredients will be listed in the description box below. I'm going to start off with the dough, and I'm just adding 3 cups of cake wheat flour. To the flour, I'll be adding 1 sachet of instant dry yeast. This is equivalent to 10 grams. Because I'm working with instant dry yeast, I'm just going to add it directly onto the flour, and we are going to place it only on one side of the bowl. To the other side of the bowl, we are going to add half a teaspoon of salt. We are doing this to prevent the salt from meeting directly with the yeast, as this will prevent the yeast from working properly. I'm just going to mix all the dry ingredients with a fork, and make sure you mix everything well together. This is very crucial in this recipe and in any other recipe. If they ask you to mix the dry ingredients, make sure you mix them very well. After mixing all the dry ingredients together, I'm going to go ahead and place that aside and mix the wet ingredients. And now for our wet ingredients, we're going to get a bowl or a cup which is microwave safe, because we'll be putting it into the microwave. So I'm just going to add in 1 cup of milk, and then I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of sugar. You can use either brown or white. To that, I've also added 1 tablespoon of butter. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to place it into the microwave so that the butter can melt. We don't want the milk to be too hot, as this will kill the yeast. After the butter has melted and the milk is just as warm, I'm just going to add 2 eggs. Now I'll be mixing the wet ingredients very well together. And now you're just going to get your bowl of the dry ingredients and make a well in the center of the dry ingredients, and then you just place the wet ingredients together and mix it very well until it forms a dough. After mixing it into a dough, we're just going to go ahead and knead the dough with your hands for around about 5 minutes. At first, the dough will feel sticky, but as you continue mixing, it should be less sticky. And for this recipe, we need our dough to be sticky so that we can get those soft cinnamon rolls. It has been approximately 5 minutes, and now I'm just going to brush on some vegetable oil, so this will prevent the dough from sticking when it starts to rise. And then we're just going to cover the bowl with some cling wrap. And a tea towel. Now you can let it rise for 1 hour at room temperature. If it's very cold, you can place it outside in the sun and let it rise for 1 hour. And you can also place it into the oven at 37 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes until it has doubled in size. The dough has been rising for 1 hour in the sun, and you can clearly see that the dough has doubled in size. Now I'm going to place the dough on a clean dusted surface. I've also dusted my rolling pin. So I'm just going to place it there and just roll it into a rectangle shape. After rolling it in a nice rectangle shape, we're going to go ahead and take around about 6 tablespoons of softened butter. So the butter should be soft, and then we're just going to spread it on our dough. Now for the filling, in a bowl I've added 1 cup of sugar and also 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. So I'm just going to mix that together very well. You want to mix your filling very well so that the parts of the cinnamon roll can get the sugar and the cinnamon as well. After mixing it very well, I'm just going to sprinkle the filling mixture onto the dough and try to be generous, just to use all the sugar cinnamon mixture. So you're just going to place it on top of that and make sure every single bit or part of the dough has some cinnamon sugar. And now just going to roll up our dough. You're going to start with the longer part of the rectangle dough and try to roll it as tight as possible. Just use your time so that that filling cannot come out. Now I'm just going to cut up the dough. You can either use a sharp knife or dental floss. Today I'm using dental floss because it's just easier to work with. You're just going to place it under and then twist and pull, just like that. So I'm having a casserole dish which I have greased with butter, and you can also use a baking tin or a baking tray. Now you're just going to put all the buns into the casserole dish. Now I'm just trying to level it very nicely and try to leave some spaces in between because the buns are going to rise. Now I'm going to cover this with some cling wrap and let it proof for around about 30 minutes in a 100 Fahrenheit oven or 35 minutes at room temperature or outside in the sun. And then I'm going to preheat the oven at 190 degrees Celsius. This is how the dough looks after 35 minutes. You can see it has really doubled in size. Now I'm just going to brush over some melted butter and I'm going to place this into the oven and bake it for 30 to 35 minutes at 190 degrees Celsius. The cinnamon rolls are now baked and they look nice and golden brown. So I'm just going to let this sit so that it can cool down for some minutes, and then we're going to put the glaze. For the glaze, in a bowl I've added 1 cup of icing sugar and then also half a teaspoon of vanilla essence and 2 tablespoons of cold milk, and you just want to mix it very well. And this is the consistency we are looking for. With a spoon, I'm just going to drizzle the glaze on top of our cinnamon buns. And there we have it, guys. We just made our cinnamon rolls. You can enjoy them as breakfast or just as a snack. They are so yummy and fluffy. You can also enjoy them with some coffee or some tea. And don't forget to hit that red subscribe button, share this video and also like it. Bye! See you in the next video.